Welcome back.
Wow, this review is going on really long. This is
quite the big
it's
rant.
just a rant. It's a review rant.
It's a rant
so
review.
Follow us along. It's the expanded universe of our rant.
Yes.
You want to continue on? It keeps jumping every time I hit a button. It jumps up to the top. It's because I have our buttons keybound until 1 and 2. So as soon as I type something, it.
Might I just mention the weird addition of Nicholas Flamel?
Yeah, another cameo
to the series. It's a little odd.
I actually thought it was going to be like I kind
of figured it was Nicholas Flamel's house when they arrived.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah. Dumbledore's like, oh, you can spend time with an old friend, have some tea.
It had to have been Nicholas Flamel, but like, it was just weird.
I actually thought because I was making jokes about this entire film, I thought Nicholas Flamel was Jacob's grandma because Yusuf says something in his sleep about father, whatever, and then Jacob like jumps out of bed like, oh, something. And I thought he was having like a hallucination, like this was like, because I still think Jacob's gonna be a wizard. I still feel it. I feel like it's gonna retcon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and at the end...
That would be interesting.
And I hope Filch becomes a wizard, too. All squibs should be wizards. Retcon it, JK. But I thought he was having a weird, like, memory, like, Grandma was going to show up and like, oh, Jacob, you're a wizard, Harry! And he's like, oh,
yeah,
I play ping pong!
I thought it was his grandma, too.
But,
for a second, I was like, who the hell is
But
that?
then he's like, oh, hey, you're Nicholas Flamel. And then they show the Sorcerer's Stone for, like, a second. But Nicholas Flamel calls himself an alchemist. Now, what... Is this gonna be the third edit of Sorcerer's Stone? It's gonna be Harry Potter and the Alchemist's Stone, and shouldn't he call himself I'm a philosopher? Or would us stupid American plebs not understand the reference? But back to you. I keep interrupting.
Okay. So I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, Nicholas Flamel.
Mm-hmm.
The scene at the end where he kind of like knew what was going on, like
he's in his crystal ball.
He like, what is, I don't really understand unless he's particularly gifted with
stupid cat.
Trelawney. What Trelawney did? What did Trelawney teach? Oh my god.
You mean fake news Trelawney?
Leave her alone. She's not a bad witch.
Okay, I still am freaked out in that scene in Prison Restaurant. She's like, and then she like spazzed out. She like took a bad toke of weed or something. And then like it's like, dude, smoke like after hours. And then she's like, Harry, why are you running away? Because you've had a fucking asthma attack in front of me.
Yeah, but whatever. Okay, so like he must have been like particularly gifted in.
No, he just has a fancy crystal ball. Because Jacob even says, "Oh, some lady at a fair had that for a nickel. I could see my future."
But she wasn't very good at it.
She sucked.
Okay.
Fake wizards, am I right?
So speaking of Jacob, we're gonna talk about how he got his memories back.
Ooh, excuse me. It's a nice one. Nice beer burp.
So the swooping evil, when diluted, it causes bad memories to go away. He didn't really have any bad memories, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but...
Yeah, which he says, there's only a few that I...
It was only a few, and Queenie had updated him. But still, I wish there was a little better of an explanation.
Yeah, because that kind of leaves it open, like, anyone who... Like, thrill seekers and shit, like, people who like destruction, like anarchists, they would be like, holy shit, do you guys remember when the whole city of New York exploded? And they go, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But there's still that opening now.
Also, when they arrive, and Newt obviously knows there's something going on because, like, oh, we're gonna get married, and Queenie's acting all funny, and so is Jacob.
She acts like that Rose from 2.5 Men. Remember the one who's like super obsessed with Charlie Sheen's character?
I never watched that show.
You never?
No.
It was one of those throwaway shows. She's creepy.
But yeah, it was weird. And then Newt was like, what did you do?
He's like, can you have a seat?
Yeah, can you have a seat right over there? And he lifts the love potion that she obviously put on him. You can say your addition to that.
Yeah, I thought, because, I didn't really care for spoilers, so I was looking at like review or like shit on Reddit, and it said something like, "Oh, there was the Imperious curse." So I thought that he was Imperious, but
No, I knew it was a love potion.
but I mean, she kind of like because I assumed these two had done something in
Obviously.
between. She raped him. She raped.
If it was under.
But then again, rape has come under a new term. Like it can be anything that you didn't want. Queenie raped Jacob the entire time he's under this potion.
I don't know how long he was under this potion.
But he's still like any time that she kissed him when he was under that potion, technically, under the new age
assault.
Yeah, under the new age definition of rape and sexual assault, she raped him.
What's up?
But yet when Jacob gets like freed from it, he gets mad at her, and then I didn't understand who we were supposed to feel bad for because she yells at him, and then he thinks to himself, "Oh, you're crazy." And she goes, "Oh, you think I'm crazy?" And he's like, "I didn't say it." But they make it so I guess you pity both of them, but you're pitying someone who's sexually assaulted and raped someone.
She was drugging him.
And like there was no point to that.
Him.
And it's all because the American government. I'll take over just for a moment here. The American government won't let Muggles or no mages and wizards marry. But she even says they're in Paris, and she says to Jacob, "They're more progressive here.
Then why
We
don't
can
they
be
just
together."
move here?
Yeah, they could
Why?
literally move there. Other than his bakery, which he worked so hard for.
Obviously.
That food looks so good. That food looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
But she screwed his business over. This whole movie, I guarantee his business went under during the event of this movie. But
I'm sure he has someone else running it at this point.
I would hope so. Maybe
I also
someone.
hope
She
so.
drugged someone else to be like the Niffler. Niffler's working it. And the scenes where Niffler's not around, Niffler's working the bakery.
Yeah.
It's all Niffler cookies.
Niffler cookies.
But
Ooh, that sounds good.
cheese Danish with Niffler shape. But
it was weird.
She even gives herself the out. Like, we could live here. They're progressive, which again is definitely JK taking over, saying, "Oh, we're progressive here. America's not. America's backward." But she still says that
in the 20s, maybe.
And they don't go along with it. I remember, and this will come off a little racist, but the Yusuf character is apparently from a prominent high pureblood black family. My take on this was, I bet JK wants the wizarding community to look very, progressive, and that they had no problem, like they didn't see color. Even in the 1920s, there was severe racism. I don't know how that didn't spill over into the wizarding community, that blood purity and color of skin didn't somehow mesh. That's just my take on this, but they had an out, and they didn't take it. But they still try to make you feel bad for someone who's, I guess, a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you.
During the big battle toward the end of the movie, it's so weird that no Muggle saw it, and like there was this blue dragon fire that seemed to come, like Grindelwald made it, but
Blue Balrog.
was it like Fiend Fire? I thought it was Fiend Fire, but Fiend Fire is so hard to control. Like, what was that?
Blue Eyes White Dragon. He
Blue
clearly
Eyes
was
White
saving.
Dragon.
He's saving for he banished everyone to the Shadow Realm.
Like, why wouldn't you just use a simple spell just to get rid of what was going on?
It was his Goblet of Fire thing. That ring around the Goblet of Fire that stopped people who weren't like worthy of going in.
Dumbledore made that. Okay. Also, Krell didn't really have a purpose.
Yeah, he died.
Literally,
it was just like, oh, I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make way for Nagini.
Yep.
Gotta make way. There can only be one. There can only be one Asian character.
Also, Lita.
Strange.
Lita's death.
Yeah, spoiler, she dies.
We didn't really care.
I didn't care.
I didn't care.
Yeah. She kind of like
I was kind of like, okay, I don't really feel the chemistry between her and Theseus. Also, there was a short moment where she looks at who I thought she was looking at, Newt.
She was.
And said, "I love you."
Yeah.
Now she's supposed to marry Theseus, but ends up dying in the process. It
Thank
seemed
God.
very unnecessary. Like, it doesn't seem like, why did she end up attacking Grindelwald? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really have any impact on either of us because we didn't really care for the character.
Yeah, there wasn't any, like, if we had maybe another movie and some sympathy towards, they tried doing some sympathy in her flashback, like, oh, she's bullied.
Like,
But
I
they never
understand
say
she
why
was
she's
bullied. She was bullied because,
She was a Lestrange.
yeah.
But a pureblood. And I thought everyone loves purebloods.
No, not necessarily, hon.
Well, then again, her daddy only was able to make children through rape with the Imperious Curse. But
I feel like Newt's brother dying would have a lot more of an impact on us. Oh, please don't kill me.
Because Queenie goes over to Grindelwald's side, and Jacob, like, with that blue fire, is like killing everyone who's not loyal to Grindelwald, and Jacob is and anyone who moved also was like attacked by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So Newt and Theseus had to defend themselves with like Protego or whatever they were using. That's just my go-to defense spell. Thank
Protego.
you. Yeah, that's Half-Blood Prince video game taught me that.
Protego.
But Jacob's trying to pull Queenie away from the fire, like, oh, don't go. I was hoping in that moment, like, kind of, like, I like Jacob. He's balls of fury guy, so you gotta love him. But he's pulling away, like, don't go. I was expecting the fire to like kind of like leap up and kill him, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's actively trying to keep her away.
And I also expected Theseus to die, like in that scene.
Yeah, like, but she just kind of like goes there and is like, screw these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the people who I love. I'm going over here. I honestly forget what my point was on this. Too many drinks. That's what this movie's driven me to.
Mm-hmm. Also, the ministry officials are operating close to Hogwarts grounds.
Yeah.
Very close.
I mean, they operate on the bridge. But I mean, that's still
only the headmaster is supposed to be able to operate.
Because, in Deathly Hallows Part 2, when, Voldemort's bros and everything are kind of, like, congregating.
They were coming from the Dark Forest.
No, when they all apparated. They're all, like, watching from the hill, him and Pious Thickness.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah, like, they're like, oh, we can't get close.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get onto that bridge, like the big bridge, not the covered bridge, but the big bridge, dude, that's all you need.
I would imagine the only two people could be the Minister of Magic, or
no, because then Pious Thickness could have went in there and then summoned Voldemort.
True.
Well, I looked this up, and apparently because the headmaster can kind of like lift the like rule. Who was the headmaster in this movie?
It wasn't Dumbledore.
Yeah, it was whoever he was in Chamber of Secrets, I bet.
Oh, yes.
But
I forget.
They don't even show him. It's just Dumbledore. He's the only professor they show.
Except for McGonagall.
Yeah, McGonagall in a cameo. Who shouldn't even be there. Time Turner. Well, like, what? Are they just gonna throw that away, or are they gonna say, oh, it's only because of Grindelwald and Voldemort that they actually make that rule?
Maybe.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I still gotta make this joke. The way Lita Lestrange dies, I felt nothing. She should have been more established. The point I was gonna make, Grindelwald, when he's trying to, like, win her over, he's like, the Lita Lestrange, hated by all wizarding kind. There's no establishment of why she's hated other than the fact that she's kind of a slut. She cheats on Newt, bangs his brother, and then plans to marry his brother. And his brother acts like it's fine. He's like, I banged your wife, so what?
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I felt no care for her. And when she finally, like, dies, it was really quick. But they tried doing, like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, like, as she's, like, melting away into dust. Yep. She looks at Newt and his brother like, I love you. It's like, great. So you're screwing over two guys. Like, you're a real great character. You're a real strong female character that, just fucked over two innocent dudes. I mean, even though Theseus was basically this movie's Percy. He was Percy.
Yeah.
He was Percy without the stupid hat.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
He's proto Percy. It's the Alien Covenant version. This is the Harry Potter Alien Covenant neomorph. He's proto Percy.
You want to talk about the next section?
Sure. I feel like I've taken over so much though. All right, the future continuity issue I have with this. It's established that Newt and Dumbledore in this film are like
buddies,
best friends. He even like Dumbledore even like with his disembodied hand like pats Newt on the chest. He loves touching boys.
Oh my god.
Bad joke. But he's established as a beast expert.
Yeah.
He wrote a book on it. Dumbledore funded this book or whatever.
Helped.
Now, during the events of Chamber of Secrets, like when the first time the chamber is opened by sexy young Voldemort.
Why?
Dumbledore, who's also best friends with Hagrid, like he helps Hagrid get his wand back, doesn't think, let me call my best friend, who's a beast expert, because
have him examine the body.
The legend even says it's a monster in the chamber, and I mean, even if it's unknown.
No. They thought Aragog killed Moaning Myrtle
and the others,
and no one else died.
No, there was other people.
Oh,
there's several people.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure there were several other people.
No, it was just Moaning Myrtle.
I don't know. I swear there was someone else.
Then it stopped. No. Then Hagrid got sent away. But they could have proved it wasn't him and not have his wand destroyed. Like it doesn't make any sense. He could have cleared him.
And they even show in Prisoner of Azkaban in the movie, at least in like a throwaway scene, like Newt's in Dumbledore's office. They have tea. They hang out.
Yeah.
But then they're just like, fuck Hagrid. He's half giant. Mm-hmm. He's not a pureblood. Fuck him. But they could have brought him in. Like, even just like Dumbledore could be like, hey bro, can I send you a few like tidbits? Like, can you just help me out here?
Yeah.
It's a monster. The legend says there's a monster in the chamber. And Newt could just be like, because he figured out how the cat dragon thing likes toys. He could be like, dude, I could sniff this chick's corpse and be like, basilisk.
Yeah.
Boom. Like what creature?
He licks the ground.
Like there's not even bites.
It's just his one.
But
okay.
I think there was
You were gonna go back to that one. That's to the last part.
No, that's keeping because we still have like 3 minutes of this part. Yeah, this is gonna go on. This is a rant review, but some of the creatures, the Ministry familiars, they're Siamese cats, whatever. They're
pretty much
all black Siamese cats. They're like the moon calf, but as a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's shown that any damage done to them, unless it's only magic, causes them to multiply. In the escape from the Ministry, the dragon cat Zuwu hits and grabs a lot of them, yet none of them multiply. That's one. That's I don't know if it's a goof or not, but Grindelwald has a vision to try and like show his followers, oh, hey, I'm right. It's the Holocaust. Yeah. None of them would know what the Holocaust is.
No.
And yeah, he shows a bunch of people walking towards the train, obviously, like Auschwitz.
Yes.
But my problem is, he sees the future. Nicholas Flamel sees the future. There's other wizards who can probably see the future and know this shit's coming. Yet, and they're trying to like establish good faith with the Muggle world at least, because
he doesn't really hate Muggles.
No,
he just hates being suppressed.
No, I mean the like the Ministry of Magic. The minister, is friends with the normal British Prime Minister.
Well, not really.
But they have like a rapport.
They do.
So if any of them can see the future, and some of these people probably knew the Holocaust was coming or World War II, anyone
warn them.
Warn them. If you people want to not be killed by Muggles,
help. Use
your powers for good. At the end of Fantastic Beasts, they put the whole New York City back. Why couldn't they do that on 9/11? Why couldn't they do that after World War II? Why couldn't they rebuild every city destroyed by the Nazis? No. The wizards are assholes in this timeline because they know what's coming. They see the future, and they're...
Well, Grindelwald did, definitely.
And they're just like, fuck the Muggles. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could even become God King Emperors of the Muggle world by saying, we have the power to save you. Join us or die. Like, even if they, not even the join us or die, but they could literally coexist.
If you logically think about the amount of wizards that are in the world versus the amount of Muggles that are in the world,
they're the 1%.
Yeah.
But still, they could own so much.
Yeah.
And they could cure so many diseases and problems, but then they're just,
agree.
fuck them.
Yeah.
They're like, the Muggles, we don't even know what TVs and rubber ducks are. This is going to transition into part 4.
Part 4. Last part.
I doubt that. I got a lot of rant. I'm a ranter.
He is.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.